Alright, welcome back. We're going to do a little bit more foxtrot slash waltz. The figure that we're going to do, you can do in either of those. You can also do it in tango. It's just a very common figure. It's called a contra check. Now, a contra check, in and of itself, is a figure, but I put it under a classification of a picture line. You have you have figures where move and it's a series of elements, but we have things that we call picture lines. An oversway, a throwaway oversway, a challenge line, and a contra check is one of those. So basically, a contra check is one step. Now, what I want you to do is take a really good look at my feet. If I step straight forward, it's going to create a balance problem because, again, when you're on a tightrope, you don't keep your feet flat. When you're on a tightrope, they walk with their feet slightly turned out. Now, they do that because of stability of balance. So, but we have to take it one step further. When I step forward with my foot and turn out, I have to allow my back foot to turn out as well. So both the leader and the follower are going to have parallel feet in a straight line. So if I were to do this, my feet are basically in the proper position. That looks great. But guess what? I'm not really allowed to swivel my back foot out to create the proper position. So what can I do? Well, what I can do is when I dance into my contra check, and I'm always going to use a softening in my knee. When I do a contra check, I'm going to allow my foot not to go straight forward, but it's going to go a little bit on a diagonal. And because of that diagonal, I'm going to turn my hips. That turning of my hips is what will allow my foot to swivel. So when I step forward and I start to present my leg forward, my hips turn my leg, so I'm going to end up in a little bit off position. As you can see, I'm straight on the camera, so you can see that I didn't step straight forward and create this because I'm actually also closing out my thighs. As I lower into my knees, and you see my hips start to go, that all happens as my foot comes forward, but because of that, I have a little bit of a turn. Now that allowed my back foot, and you can see my feet are in a parallel position, right? And where is my weight? My weight is in between my feet. I have my front foot flat, but I still have a lot of weight in the back foot of mine right now. Now what I also do is once I get there, the reason why she can feel what I do is I push my hips forward and my back heel stays up. I'm going to do it from the back side so you can see this. So I lower into my knees, I rotate my hips, and when I swivel my foot there, my back foot turns up. So that's what creates that. And now you can see there's a little bit of space because the lady has to have space for her foot, and I'm right there. And that is a contra check position. My feet are parallel, but I'm offset. Ladies, followers, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to feel that. You're going to start to step backwards. And again, almost like the J that we talked about. And then as you just do that, your front foot swivels. So at this point in time, when you see me dancing with Dawn, you're going to see all four legs are parallel to each other. Now ladies, you have to really never put all your weight back. Keep your heel off the floor, put your hips up, and rotate your body. Because it is a contra check. So what we somewhat have described sometimes, contra position, that is the movement opposite. So if I do this and I stop right here, my shoulders are parallel. So to make it contra, my left leg is forward, I have to take my right shoulder forward with it. Or for the ladies, when they step back, her right leg is going back, she's going to take her left shoulder back. That's what gives it that contra position lock in place. I'll show you with Dawn what that looks like. All right, we're in this position, we do a little bit of an angle. So we soften my knees, she's going to feel my left leg going forward, but more importantly, you can't see it very well, she's going to feel my right hip turning. Now as I do that, I'm going to sort of parallel my feet, she parallel her feet, we're in that position, her heel's up, my heel's up, we've rotated that shoulder, she can go back into her contra check position. And that's why it's called a line, we have this pretty line. Now we will recover and step sideways. Now there's many different exits. The exit isn't part of the contra check. We're going to do other things in further videos. In future videos, we'll do a thing called contra check and switch. But for today, we're just going to do a contra check and recover side. And you can either recover, we'll show you two ways. Recover side to a closed position or recover side to a semi position. It's only a change of the hips is all you're going to see. So let me do it from the back view. So you can see that the hips rotate. We have this little bit of a rotation there. All our feet, we're pushing up. We rotate our shoulders. We recover our weight. My heel goes down. We step sideways. Now if we do it facing the wall and do it camera, you're going to see the two endings. So right here, you're going to see the rotation of the hips. You're going to see the checking action. You're going to see that. You recover all the way. Now we either step sideways or we turn to semi position. Right to there. And that is your contra check. Recover to side or recover to semi. But hopefully you can see how pretty that contra check can look. Alright? Thank you guys. Have fun doing the contra check.